Yeah.
Yes. No, I mean, it's your choice. I mean, but no, there's no. I mean, you can go afterwards, go home and have, a celebration, a suda. Yeah.
How are you, Rabbi Schweber?
How are you? I'm doing good. I heard you hurt your arm.
Oh, yes. Where did you hear that from? I broke it.
Maybe
I broke
Rabbi
my elbow.
Roth mentioned it because she said that
From
you
who?
were on Zoom for the Rosh Chodesh group.
Yes. I fractured my elbow.
Okay.
A very strange looking thing. It's called olecranon. Olecranon. It's
Did
a
you need
fracture.
surgery?
A simple, yeah, but it was a simple fracture. Only a half-hour procedure. Last Friday it was done, and I'm recuperating pretty well. I was actually at the concert. I couldn't believe I was there, but I did go, and I'm getting better slowly but surely.
Okay, glad to hear.
Yeah. How's your mother?
She's doing okay. She was at show this morning.
Oh, good.
No. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We'll begin on page 226. Ashrei Ashrei Veitecha, Od Yehalaluhu Chaselam, Hashem Shechach Aloho, Hashem Shonai Elohav, Tila LeDavid. Tihilat Adonai Yidaber Pihi, Derek Kabasar Shmo Shalom Be'ed, Ba'anach Ninevarech Yehaha, B'Tevel Olam Hallelujah, Uvalat Sion Goel, Sheva Keshav Yoenu Menai. Karzaza, yeah, Margaret, Dosh Kadosh Kadosh, and that's what's not going to Vayiftechu b'chaydesh mehechak, ki lo zakar dershech Adonai, Adonai chafetz iman zikteho, yagdil tara v'yadir. Please rise. Yikadav yikada, shemei raba'ah, v'yamad yirachadu v'michmachuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon. Chedecha beit Yisrael, b'lasman karihi v'imrehu amen. Yehei shemam v'rach le'olam lameh amaya'ak, Yeparach v'shabach v'naseh. Darby to love to Losh Mikudusha Habrehu, they learn Kokata Shirata, Chuchkata Vadakamata, Dambria Maha Vimrehu Amen, Banita Filati, the Hanai Ratson, Limbro Hastacha, Anini Meheti Shecha, Ihibin Sawahara, Bayama Shah, Manabu Suebecha, Venus Kami Pagaha, Zion, Shalai. Ki kadosh Adonai Elohim. You may be seated. Yeah, it's fine, man. Top of the column. Okay. Page 198. 198. Vatziga leva terapatolis on Karov, Yachom, Pitatin of Pitas Musra, the Henachas of Rakmimaton, Marmain, Hako, Hofugulhinu, to Bakravetora, Bakohen Krivita, Amo, Sareza, Bayachil Hakohen, Beedis, Brooke Shantantum Ways of Ruchato, but Tamakivanai Ham, Chaim Kocham, Hayam.
Baruch et Adonai Hamborah.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher bacha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim lefanav el Esav achiv arza seir sede Edom. Vayetzav otam lemor ko tomrihu ladoni le'esav. Ko amar avdecha Yaakov im Lavan garti va'echar ad ata. Vayihi li shohar v'chamor tzon ve'eved b'shivcha v'ashalcha l'hagid laroni limtzo chen b'einecha.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher natan lanu Torat Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen.
Yamot David Chanan ben Chaim Halevi Nishirab Lefeta.
וישובו המלאכים.
ברכו את אדוני המברך.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
ברוך אדוני המברך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחרבנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
אמן. וישובו המלאכים אל יעקב לאמור, באנו אל אחיך אל עשיו, וגם הולך לקראתך, ו400 איש עמו. וירא יעקב מאוד ויצר לו, ויחץ את העם אשר איתו, ואת הצאן ואת הבקר והגמלים לשני מחנות. ויאמר אם יבוא עשיו אל המחנה האחד ויקהו, והיה המחנה הנשאר לפלטה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Ya'amod Shlishi, the Chazan, and our bar mitzvah boy in 2 weeks.
Hey, you can do it together. Whatever you want. I mean, I asked him. ויאמר יעקב. Let's just kiss them. It's good practice.
What do I do?
Now we're just gonna sing here.
Baruch Adonai Hamivarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamivarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher B'Harbanu Mikol Ha'amim V'Natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. ויאמר יעקב אלוהי אבי אברהם ואלוהי אבי יצחק, אדוני האומר אלי שוב לארצך ולמולדתך ואיטיבה עמך, קטונתי מכל החסדים ומכל האמת אשר עשית את עבדיך, כי במקלי עברתי את הירדן הזה ועתה הייתי לשני מחנות, הצילני נא מיד אחי מיד עשיו, כי הרי אנוכי אותו פן יבוא והיכני אם על בנים, ואתה אמרת היטיב היטיב עמך, ושמתי את זרעך ככל הים אשר לא יספר מרוב. Yeah, write that word right there, Mero. And then kiss that. Just kiss that. And then the bracha again.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'Kayei Olam Nata Betochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Shukah Chazak Ubaruch. Eli is going to be becoming a bar mitzvah 2 weeks from today at 4 p.m. and is in front of the entire congregation. So we invite all of you to join us on that day. Ya'amod Hamabiyah Tamod Hagolelet.
We'll be back.
Asher Samoshem Lifnei B'nei Yisrael Api Adonai B'yad Moshe. Tov lehodov Lashem, Tov lehodov Lashem, Tov lezamer l'shim ka'elyom. Tov lehodov Lashem, Tov lehodov Lashem, Tov lezamer l'shim ka'elyom. Lehagir baboker, baboker chasecha, lemunatcha balelot. Lehagir baboker, baboker chasecha, lemunatcha balelot. La 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 la
אמונתך בלילות, להגיד בבוקר, בבוקר חסדך, אמונתך בלילות.
2:32. Yalu Hashem Adonai, Ki Nizkar Shema Levado, Otoris V'Shamayim V'Yarn K'Yarn Le'Emo, V'Chak Sidav Nextram Purvo, Hallelujah.
So we could just practice what it feels like.
Kadesh Yaminu Keder.
233. Ikadavi kadaha shemerabaha v'yamad rechete v'mich machute v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei decha beit Yisrael v'agalav isman karihi v'imruhu amen Yehei shmer v'varach v'yalam lame amaya Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yirach naseg v'yadar v'yitalav v'tilal shmi kedusha ha'brichu le'elam acharatzah v'shirata t'juchtav nechamatak Amen. I'll begin the Amidah on 234b. Eli can join me. After the Kedusha, the Amidah is recited privately to 239. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rivka, Rachel, Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanarach El Yahon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh HaKol V'Zocher Chastei Avot U'Mevi Goel Lifnei V'neihem L'man Shemo V'Yahavak Melech Hoser Ufoked Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Ufoked Tzara Ata Gibor Le'elam Hanonai Mechayim Itim Ata Rav L'Hoshiach Mashiv HaRuach U'Marid HaGashem Mechakeh Chayim B'Chesed Mechayim Meitim Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Rofei Cholim Amatir Asur Umekayem Menatole Shenei Afar Mi Chamocha Bal Gevaruk Umi Domelach Melech Nit B'Chayek Masmiach Yeshua V'Ne'aman Atala HaChayot Meitim Baruch Ata Adonai Mechayei HaMeitim
Amen. Nekadesh Shema Ba'alam, Shem Shemati Shem Oto B'Shem
Negesh Shcha Ba'alam Kishem K'Gishim Oto B'Shmim Ndriach V'Kar Zeh El Zeh V'Yamar Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvos Makaras Kevoto, Niyamatam Baruch, Yamir Baruch, Adonai Mikam, Udirei Kashacha Katsuv Lemor. Yimloch and Elilam, Ohak Seal and Dorador, Hallelujah. Let Dorador Nagi God Lehechak, with a Netzach Nitzachim Shetchanak Diish, Bishib Chacha Elohim. Ipinulay Mushilam Ba'ehek, Yamal Kadav Kadosh Atak, Baruch Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Amen.
Page 239. Tzikaka tzedek le'olaham b'toratcha emehek. Tzikaka Elohim aram asher asita gidolo. Elohim michamocha. Tzikaka kareel mishpatecha tahom rabah. Don de herima toshia Adonai. 247. Ukeravi Kerashmira back.
Amen.
Yelma, deep rocky to me, take the Chaychon of Yemechon, Ukhede Hobit Israel, Bagasman Karibi, Mru Amen.
Amen.
Yehe Shmera Mavarach, the Lam
Lam,
Lame, Amaya,
Amen.
Yebarach, Vishabach, Vibarnasek, Vitatar, Vitalav Tilashmi Kudusha, Brechu, Le Elah Mikobakatav Shiratak, Chushukatav Nechamata, Zamramavi, Mru Amen.
Amen.
Tikabel to home, Baton, Israel, Dove Home Dushmavi, Mru Amen.
Amen.
Yehe Shlomo Mishamaya Bachayim, Alena Kwesrabi, Mru Amen.
Amen.
O se Shalom Rama, Fuya se Shalom, Alena Vakwa Israel, Vimruho Amen.
Amen.
Alenu
L'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu koye haratzot, velo hosamanu mishpot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegohor aleinu kechol hamon. Va'anachnu korim u'mishachavim u'modim lefnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Nishmei v'osel haaretz. Okay. Kakatsu b'toratecha na'im loch le'olam ba'ek v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu hiya Adonai echad u'shemahu echad. Mourner's Kaddish. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabba v'yama divra kirute v'yamich machutek v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach v'olam lamei amen. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnasek v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalak Shamei de Kudusha Brichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Shush b'chata v'nechamata Damiran v'yahma v'imru Amen. Yahei shlama rabba min shema v'chayin aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mem U'ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated. We're going to do our 7 to 8 minutes of learning and our 7 to 8 minutes of singing. Always that precise, of course. And so there's a lot to really think about when it comes to these portions. We had our Kihila service this morning, and Eve Keller really gave us a lot to think about. Together, she and I, doing our different types of teaching, brought up about sort of the famous concept of pardes, that there's 4 ways of looking at the Torah in a traditional Jewish context. Pshat, which is sort of just plain meaning, which is always not so easy because when you're looking at translation, a lot of that sort of pshat is stripped away in terms of what words are used and how many times it repeats. And so always, even if we say just plain meaning, it's not as plain as we think. Remez, Pshat pardes. So it's a really sort of Ramaz is for, I guess, is the allegorical meaning. I always think of drash as being the next one, but they like to use this one. So I would say drash is the second layer in some ways, but Ramaz is sort of hinting allegorical. How can we sort of jump to another meaning just by using sort of an allegorical mapping? Drash means to sort of really find what's hidden in the text. By looking at how the words are written, or just filling in our imaginations and things like that. And the final one is sod, sort of secret, mystical, which in some ways just allows for, you can call it fantastical or really imaginative readings that are divorced of any sort of logic, at least a sort of contemporary type of logic. And so different ways of reading the text. And by the way, also there's literary and halachic and all sorts of different ways. So I'm going to put the literary aside for a little bit because sometimes I enjoy looking at halacha, at Jewish law, and it has its own sort of piece. And if you
join me on my class on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on Zoom and in person. We're actually going through Midrash Halakha, where people can sort of look at where the ancients looked at the sources and sort of said, well, what are we supposed to do? The Torah says X, well, how do we put that into practice? So I can see there's Midrash Halakha on this topic. I don't quite know, but I'll tell you what the halakha discussions are based on Talmud and really more as filtered into the codes. And it comes from the Speaks Torah portion, even though you don't usually find much halakha, much Jewish practice in the book of Genesis. Well, here's one of the few places you do. So after we read the beginning part of Jacob coming back with his whole entourage, he left alone, and now he is literally laden with a family and with possessions. But he's still afraid. He's still very much afraid of his brother. And that's actually when he looks up to God and to heavens. For 21 years, he didn't look to God very much, at least according to the Torah. He did in the beginning, and now he does as well. And he actually has a struggle with this divine being at night. But Jacob is able to prevail. And says, I'm not going to let you go. And then says, what is your name? My name is Jacob. No, you shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with divine beings. Ki sarita im Elohim ba'anashim betuchal. So this word sarita becomes Yisrael. Sort of you struggle with the El, with the divine being. But he's kind of limping now. And it sort of says that he's left limping. The sun rose upon him, and he passed Penuel, limping on his hip. And then here we go. That is why the children of Israel. So already the first time you have the word Bnei Yisrael. Bnei Yisrael to this day do not eat the thigh muscle, Yid Hanasheh, that is on the socket of the hip, since Jacob's hip socket was wrenched at the thigh muscle. So how does that turn into practicality? Well, first of all, I'm on page 202 if you want to, but I won't be on the page so much anymore. It says, the biblical verse underlies the requirement in kosher slaughter that the sciatic nerve be extracted, Sephardic practice, I'll get to that, or that the entire hindquarter of the animal be considered unfit for consumption by Jews, Ashkenazic practice. So if you're a vegetarian, I do apologize. I'm not going to get too gory, but this is obviously about eating animals. So this is only in mammal meat. There's no sciatic nerve in chicken. They only have 2 legs, and they're you've seen what a chicken leg looks like. But in, let's just say, the cattle that is consumed, usually sheep, goats, or cows, they do have a sciatic nerve. They have 2 sciatic nerves actually, because there are 2 hind legs, and so. Growing up Ashkenazic, and most of us actually, most of our stores, at least here in New York, are Ashkenazic practice. You'd have to go deep into Brooklyn to find the other. You're not going to find sirloin or any sort of the hind cuts of meat. And why is that? Because where Ashkenazim lived even before that, obviously in Europe, there were Christians. Those were the predominant non-Jews, and they had no problem purchasing the hind quarter, the full hind quarter, from Jewish slaughters. So there was no practical need to even learn the process of removing the sciatic nerve. I'll get to something else as well, because they would just have to sell it. Well, Jews of Sephardic descent, really more, I want to call Mizrahi, the Eastern Jews, it's even harder sort of, Jews in Arab lands, let's put it that way, that they, many Arabs, many Muslims did not feel comfortable purchasing kosher slaughtered meat. Yes, the Quran and Islamic law allows for it, and actually in this day and age, it is now allowing for Jewish and Muslim groups here in America to really practice some co-dining, which is promising in many ways. Those are obviously contemporary Muslims that feel comfortable eating kosher meat, that kosher meat and kosher slaughter conforms with halal standards. But we know that practice, religious practice, is a political one, and obviously one that can involve prejudice. So when Jews were a small minority in these Arab lands, they could not usually get rid of their hindquarter. So you have a whole hindquarter of the meat. You either have to eat it, or you have to waste it, or because you can't sell it. So the Talmud allows, as it says here, for the removal, not just of the nerve, which takes some practice, but apparently also, if you look at Leviticus, there's certain various fats, chelavim, not chalav, chelev, similar word, but pronounced differently, that also could not be eaten, because when there was animal sacrifice, these fats were burned on the altar. Most of those fats cover the stomach and the kidney, and apparently the kidney fat, your kidneys are in your back, and the cow's back as well, reaches down into the hindquarter. And so not only do you have to remove the sciatic nerve, you have to remove those fats too. In Hebrew, it's called nikor, and it's not an easy task to do. So obviously necessity is the mother of invention. When you can't sell the hindquarter and you need to be able to eat it, then you're going to go through that process. Ashkenazim didn't need to do that. Apparently they had enough cows that they had enough, for their own briskets and other sort of, rib steaks and other things that Ashkenazim are used to eating, and then plenty of ways to send the hindquarter off to non-Jews, by the way, because of the ideas of sort of, even if you don't do galat, which means smooth, there are oftentimes that because of the lungs not having lesions, you would have to give the entire animal to non-Jews. So it was practicable in many ways for that practice to happen. So if you go sometimes to, to King's Highway deep in the heart of Brooklyn, when I lived in Massachusetts, the butchery, which is the main kosher store, they would actually also get some Sephardic cuts of hind meat from Montreal, actually, where there's a lot of Sephardim as well. You can get hindquarters of kosher meat where the sciatic nerve and those fats have been removed. So I hope it wasn't too gory, but just a little practical. What? All thanks to Jacob. Going back to our parsha. So Chazan, 6 minutes of singing.
That sounds great. So I wanted to take us to the world of breath. This morning, particularly, and in the past couple of days, studying with Jake, it was really interesting to see that just helping him, he was a bar mitzvah from this morning, to recognize the power of inhalation, and then he was able to generate incredible singing through that. So that there's another thing I want to share with all of us about the breath, and focusing on the breath can help us also to relax and let go. That simply breathing in and out can also help us for our sleep or for our meditation, and focusing on that breath can relieve stress and then bring us towards peace. So I'm going to teach us a very short version of Sim Shalom that I composed. We'll go to page 161. And in this piece, we're going to include a breath in, a breath out, and a breath in as part of the music. So it'll sound like this. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Breath in, breath out, breath in. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Breath in, breath out, breath in. Now I'm saying the word, so I'm not breathing actually. Now I'll do it. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Now, we don't want to hyperventilate. Potentially this song could get you to that elated space. Now I'm going to add the beautiful part that goes on top of that. If we had our group of children, we could make a two-part chorus. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. You try it. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Now back to the fast breathing part. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Now I need Rabbi Stecker to help with this. I know Rabbi Schweber is going to be brave enough if I have Rabbi Stecker too. So can you join?
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I was about to go sit down. but
No,
I-
no, no.
No, but
We
I'm
need
not
all
allowed
three.
to. Ooh, but
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Rabbi Stecker said he's using his hind legs to get
So
there.
here, so you're gonna use the microphone.
Okay,
Come on
cool.
over. So you
What do we
guys are
got?
gonna be the Sim Shalomers.
Sim shalom, sim
Yeah.
shalom. Tell me
and
what
the-
to
And
do.
the breathe in and out. So can you remember how to sing? So it's gonna be breath in, breath
This is
out,
fun.
breath in.
Yes.
Breath
It's a little
in,
quick
breath
for me,
out,
the
breath
breathing,
in.
but yeah.
This also reminds me of this is a Fleetwood Mac song that's coming back to me, but okay, that's a whole other thing.
1, 2, ready, go.
Sim shalom, sim shalom,
sim shalom.
sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom.
Sim
Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom.
Sim
Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom.
Now, question for the Sim Shalomers over
Yes.
here. What do you feel?
A little tired, actually.
For me, I took a little, I guess, license. I find it easier, more comfortable to go out, in, out.
Oh,
So
perfect.
Exhalation, inhalation, exhalation.
So to answer your question, it actually makes me feel a little bit lightheaded, but it
Yeah.
starts to get my blood flow in a whole different way. Ultimately, this song is kind of more of like an exercise version, but just to take that idea home with you, a simple, and to be able to focus on that in rhythm can be a place that can take you to deep relaxation. And if you can keep the music in your head without actually singing it, that sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom, that complete sense of peace, that complete sense that you are comfortable with where you are, comfortable with where you're going, comfortable with how things were, comfortable with how things are. And probably our 6 minutes are up.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
awesome.
That was like meditative. That
We
was
will do
good.
more breathing. Yeah, we did some breathing in the Kiyat service
Definitely.
today as well. So I guess it becomes a theme.
Oh, pleasure. You kidding us? So cool.
Okay, 281, 281. Please rise.
ולא יאיר כמו חומתו, אדוני הושיע, המלך יעננו, ביום קורנו. ברכו את אדוני ברוך אדוני מבורך, לעולם ועד.
May be seated. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher
כי הם חיינו ורחמנו, ובהם נגד, חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המרי ורבי.
Amen.
אהבת
Avat
העולם
olam
וישראל
b'Yisrael.
חי.
Aken Eloheinu. Ki hem kayin v'yorchemenu.
כי הם חיינו ורחמנו, והם נגע יומם ולילה, אהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה שלא תהיה מצוותי שאנחנו מצווה אתכם היום. Adonai Elechem Emet. We continue on page 283. כל בכורי מצרים, ויוצא את עמו ישראל מתוכם לחירות עולם. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ומרים ובני ישראל לחנו שירה, בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, אוסף מלכותך. מלכותך רוב הנחה, בוקע ים לפני משה, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו שלום, עמיתנו מכינו לכם. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace. 284. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, שומר עמו ישראל. Amen. Everybody, please stand. We turn to page 285. Chatzi Kaddish. ויתקדש, ויתקדש. שמר הבא, בעלמא דברה חילותי, וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ומחון ובחייך בית ישראל, בגלו בזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמר הבא מברך, לעולם ולעולמי. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרום ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי קודשה בריחו. לילה מן כה ברכתה ושורתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעמה, ואמרו אמן. Take these moments for private prayer 286 to 291, and we include the long paragraph on top of 287 for the end of Shabbat. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, sim shalom. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Chatzi Kaddish, Chatzi Kaddish, Chatzi Kaddish, Si Kaddish. יתקרב יתגלה שמר אמן. בעלמא דברכיותה, ועמדיך מלכותה, בחייכון ומכון, ובחיי רחוב בית ישראל, בגלל בזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יש מרב המברך, לעלם ועלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתפאר ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה בריחו ואלה מנקו בחטא ושרתה תושחתה ורחמתה דמירה מעמה ואמרו אמן.
Everybody may be seated, middle of 292.
וינו אמרנה עלינו עלינו ומעשה ידינו כוננה עלינו ומעשה ידינו כוננהו ושב בסתר היום בצל שדי יתלונן. אורך ימים משביעהו והרי בישועתי ואתה קדוש יושב תהילות ישראל וקרא זה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך הארץ כבודו. ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני הושיע המלך יעננו ביום קוראנו. ברוך אדוני שבא לכבודו. ויבטחו בך יודעי שמך כי לא עזבת דורשך אדוני. אדוני חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל תורה וידיר. יתקרב יתקרא שמי רבה ועמד דברי חירותי ולמכמחותה וחי יכול ומכון נבחרת בית ישראל בגלל בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יש מרבה מברך לעלם ועלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל בחטא ושירתה תושחתה ורחמתה דמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלות ונבטון דכו ישראל קודם אבון ושמיה ואמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה וחיים על רבקו ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
Everybody please stand for Aleinu, page 297.
עלינו לשמח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ערתו, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חכנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
אוקיי, נקבל לך עד אלוהינו. ויקבלו כולם אותו מלכותך ותמלוך עליהם.
כתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Mourners Kaddish, page 298. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich machutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam le'olayah. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha v'rifu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Everybody, we just want to invite you, if you're comfortable, just to come closer. We'll make like a little circle for Havdalah. Havdalah.
It's okay. Now you can watch it. You can watch the master now.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
No, you mean me?
Yes,
So
you're the
bad.
master. Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, no. I thought you meant you.
No, you're the master.
Yeah, watch the master.
That's good. This way you're in good company.
Exactly. I just did that to make you feel good. Okay, does somebody know how to do this, please? You will succeed.
Now this is dangerous. Okay. It just shows. We need a whole community for this. Good.
Okay, good. Let's get that way.
Hine Yeshuati 299. Heftach velo echad ki oziv v'zimrat yah Adonai v'hili l'shua u'shachtem mayim b'sasot mimayne ha'yeshua l'Adonai ha'yeshua Halamecha v'chatecha sela Adonai tzivaot imanu Miskav lanu Elohei Yaakov sela Adonai tzivaot Ashrei Adam Boteach bach Adonai Hoshia המלך יעננו ויום קוראנו ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר כן תהיה Kos Yeshuot Esa Uv'Shem Adonai Ekra Savri Chaverai אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא מיני וסמים. La 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 ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המבדיל בין קודש לחול בין אור לחושך בין ישראל לעמים בין יום השני לששת ימי המעשה לששת ימי המעשה. ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול. לה 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 המבדיל בין קודש לחול חטאותינו ימחו זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול וככוכבים בלילה. שבוע טוב 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 שבוע טוב. אליהו הנביא אליהו התשבי אליהו 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 הגלעדי במהרה בימינו יבוא אלינו עם משיח בן דוד עם משיח בן דוד. שבוע טוב וגוטבו. I know we have customers. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, b'zchut Eliyahu, Hanabi Abena. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, b'zchut Eliyahu, Hanabi Abena. Po'irtom lichbona v'shevivo, lo shacham libo, gam nora hoshena. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, b'zchut Eliyahu, Hanabi Abena. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, b'zchut Eliyahu, Hanabi Abena. המלאך הגואל לפני דשוי הנחל אברהם מקרנה. אליהו אליהו בזכות אליהו הנביא הבנה. אליהו אליהו בזכות אליהו הנביא הבנה. Shabbat tov, everybody. Excellent done.
Shabbat Tov, thank you.
Shabbat tov,
Ready?
Oh, this is so you guys should study this piece, the Eliyahu. Yeah, because it's easy enough one line to study it.
Yes.
So,
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Thank you.